Hi, beautiful people. I'm back. So I just watched Atlanta and took all my notes. Um, and then I'm probably going to watch it again just without note taking. Normally, I watch it once and I go back and rewatch stuff again to take notes. This time, I watched and took notes while I was watching to kind of cut down on my time. Then I'm going to go back and rewatch it for me. So we'll be getting into Atlanta. I actually just posted a, what do you call it? I guess a meme with Shamia. If you're not following me on IG, guys, head on over to IG and follow me at WeGo WEIGO podcast. Also follow me over there on Threads. Same name at WeGo podcast. It's the same name on X, and I'm trying to get back in to TikTok. So at WeGo podcast with the number one. So follow me on all platforms, and if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel. All right, y'all. This is a really quick video, just a couple things that I wanted to talk to y'all about. First things up, Andy Cohen responded to Tamra. We talked in the last video, Tamra putting on her stories that she had quit the show. And then Taste of Reality posted it and commented and said, did Tamra quit? And Tamra commented, yes, that she did quit. Let's hear what Andy Cohen had to say today on his Sirius XM radio show. You won't act like you don't want to play? What? You were just playing earlier. Hold on. Oh, I know why. I was getting ready beef. I was literally just playing it. All right, here we go. Now we in business.
I got the report of what happened last night. All I will say is this. I can't comment on what's going on while we're filming shows. I guess the thing that is at the top of my mind is that one of her best friends, if not her best friend, is going through an
That's right.
incredibly intense health crisis.
Right.
So maybe keep that in mind.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I really don't have anything to say on the subject. All right.
So just in the beginning,
I got the report of what happened last night. All I will say is this.
So he says he got the report. He can't comment on it. Just keep in mind, he said one of her best friends, and maybe her best friend, is going through a health crisis. He's talking about Teddy Mellencamp, which we also talked about in the video when we were talking about Tamra and her quitting. So he can't comment on it. We'll see if we see any other pictures of her filming, if she comes out and addresses it on her show, or if it was just she was angry, some things going on, and thought, why am I here when I could be with my friend? And she decided in the moment to quit, but then maybe changed her mind. Who knows? So we'll stay tuned for it. Let's talk about Miss Wendy Williams. This is according to TMZ. Wendy Williams at hospital to determine mental capacity. Wendy Williams is at Lenox Hill Hospital in New York City for an independent examination as to whether her cognitive functions are sufficiently intact to end her guardianship. Sources with direct knowledge tell TMZ a caregiver not associated with the guardianship, Gina Montecero, ordered the trip and the test. This is after the NYPD paid a visit to Wendy Monday morning to determine if, as Wendy says, she's effectively being held prisoner. The NYPD has asked about Wendy being confined to the memory unit of the assisted living facility where she cannot leave the floor without permission. She rarely gets out. In addition to NYPD, Adult Protective Services has launched its own investigation into the guardianship. They interviewed Wendy's niece, Alex Finney, on Monday. TMZ broke the story. Wendy would like famed lawyer Joe Tacopina to take on her case. Tacopina is seriously considering it. If this happens and the judge doesn't end the guardianship, there will most certainly be a jury trial. Wow, where jurors will determine if Wendy has sufficient cognitive functions to end the guardianship. It just sounds so like to have a jury, a group of people have to decide whether or not you're cognitively able to not have a guardianship. But if that's what's going to determine it, I'm glad that she's getting this, uh, going to the hospital and getting this done, to see. So we shall see. We shall see. I'm glad that this is happening in case, because, well, I'll just say, because Wendy could be being held against her will. And maybe if they discover that there is, in fact, a cognitive decline, maybe there's a world in which a different guardian can be appointed, right? I wonder if they're looking into the financial aspect of it, not just um, giving Wendy a, however it is they test, not just giving her that test, but are they going to look into the financial part of, like, possible financial abuse through the guardianship and how this particular guardian was appointed, through what judge and all of this stuff? I wonder if they're going to look into all of it, not just the physical aspect, not just, okay, Wendy doesn't need a guardian. Let's just say they say, we've done the test. She's not on a cognitive decline. She doesn't need a guardian. Are they going to look into money spent and all of that stuff? Because remember, her best friend Roz said she went to the bank with Wendy at one point and saw that Wendy had 55 million in her account. That's what her best friend said. And even Kev, I think people thought Kev was, yeah, he wanted more money. He said that he was owed that Wendy had agreed to, right? But even he basically was like, now, wait a minute, there needs to be an account for Wendy's money. And the judge agreed, and the guardian, Sabrina Marcy, was supposed to turn over financial documents to Kevin. I don't know if he ever got them or not. Regardless of what we think or feel about Kevin and his situation, he may have been right about that, which is why the judge said, Sabrina, you need to turn over these financial records. And I know I hadn't seen anything where she ended up doing that. Seemed like we ain't heard or seen a lot from Sabrina, but she got other people talking. But so, however this goes, I'm glad that attention was called to it, because it's a scary thing when you can be legally locked in something that you shouldn't be in and have no control over your life. And if you are, in fact, at that point where you are mentally incapacitated like that, people who love you, if you have them, should be caring for you and taking care of you. And you would hope that they wouldn't take advantage of you. So we will keep updated with all of this going on. Prayers to Auntie Wendy. Last thing, let's get into this. This is according to the New York Post. Odell Beckham Jr. and comedian Druski accused of 2018 gang R-ing in amended Diddy lawsuit. An alleged victim who sued Diddy is now accusing NFL star Odell Beckham Jr. and comedian Druski of gang R-ing her in 2018. The former New York Giants wide receiver allegedly took part in the violent sexual assault of Combs' accuser, Ashley Parham, inside an Orinda, California home in March 2018. The amended federal lawsuit filed on Friday claimed during the alleged gang R-ing, other defendants allegedly referred to Beckham as Cornelius. The lawsuit states the 32-year-old athlete's middle name is Cornelius. Plaintiff has come to discover the defendant, Doe Cornelius, who R-ed her, was defendant Odell. The new allegations were lodged as part of Ashley Parham's suit against Combs in the Northern District of California. A text and email sent to an agent who represents Beckham was not immediately returned Sunday night. A Post reporter was hung up on when calling a number for the agent, Zeke Sandu. A lawyer for Beckham did not return the comment. I think he has since commented. Another high-profile name added to the amended lawsuit Friday was comedian and actor Druski, whose real name is Drew Desbordes. I'm not sure how to say that. The 30-year-old was accused in the suit of participating in the gang R, but strongly denied the accusations and said he was fully confident he would be found innocent in a statement Sunday night. This allegation is a fabricated lie. I wasn't even a public figure in 2018. I was broke, living with my mom, without any connections to the entertainment industry at the time of this allegation. So the inclusion of my name is truly outlandish, he wrote on Twitter. I mean, the article says X, but I'm saying Twitter. My heart breaks for actual victims of abuse, but I'm fully confident that the evidence will expose this falsehood and the individuals who are maliciously trying to game the legal system to peddle false narratives. In response to Druski's statement, Odell tweeted, "Boy, I'll tell you what, this world makes absolutely no sense. I am covered by God. He will prevail. I know who I am. I know who you are. Keep your head up. That name will be cleared. The ish is stupid." So just a little bit of a trigger warning when we're getting ready to get into it, just a couple more details. So I'm going to give 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Druski is accused of putting oil on the alleged victim's naked body before treating it like a slip and slide and knocking the wind out of her due to his enormous size, the lawsuit claims. He then stopped himself from falling off the bed and allegedly awed her, the lawsuit states. Combs' attorney have vehemently denied the accusations. This new complaint, brought by an attorney who has already been sued for defaming Mr. Combs, demonstrates the depraved lengths plaintiffs will travel to garner headlines in pursuit of a payday. Mr. Combs was nowhere near Orinda, California on the day Ms. Parham claims she was assaulted there. Let me see. And the Contra Costa Sheriff's Department, excuse me, y'all, has already confirmed Ms. Parham's claims were determined to be unfounded following a thorough investigation. Combs' legal team said in a statement to the Post, in an attempt to salvage her claims following the investigation debunking them, Ms. Parham has now invented an even wilder narrative alleging a vast and facially implausible conspiracy between law enforcement, local civilians, and media industry players. Mr. Combs looks forward to having his day in court, which he will, where these lies and the perverse motives of those who told them will be revealed. The legal action was first brought in October by Parham against Combs, who has faced an avalanche of civil suits with sickening sexual allegations and has been hit with federal charges of sex trafficking, racketeering, and fraud. The rapper allegedly used a television remote to R. Parham in a bid for revenge after Parham said the month before she believed Combs had something to do with Tupac's unaliving, according to the lawsuit. Combs has denied all wrongdoing. Remember, I believe this is the woman who said she was at a bar with someone. A guy was trying to talk to her and he FaceTimed Diddy and she allegedly said, I believe you had something to do with oh my gosh, with Tupac's unaliving. Allegedly, she said that to him on FaceTime, I believe. And then the revenge was to have somebody bring her back to where he was and R her. So this is that same woman. So I guess we shall see what happens with this lawsuit. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this. Let me know what y'all think about Wendy and her going to get her test done. I don't know if it's over with now or not, or what tests they do. But just no matter which way this goes, I'm praying that Wendy ends up in a better situation. So if they determine she has declined, has cognitive decline, I pray that there are people put in place that love her and don't want to take advantage of her to help her. If she has not proven to have a cognitive decline, but it was just alcohol, then I pray that she is able to handle herself. Either way, it seems like this guardianship under Sabrina Morrissey, having her locked away like this is just horrible. And then Andy, he let us know he can't speak on nothing. He got the information. He can't speak on it. And that's that. All right, y'all. Talk to y'all later. See ya.